As an MSME entrepreneurs, what are the top 10 questions you must answer before you start developing your business plan and revenue growth strategies? Out of the four stages of business, in which stage of your business are in? Hi, I am Apani Bhishan Bera. I am the founder of MSME Growth Hub and creator of Growth Business Model. I am on a mission of helping 100,000 MSME entrepreneurs achieve consistent business growth and sales excellence to impact our country's GDP and job creation. In this video, I will walk you through the answers to the above two questions based on A, my more than 33 years of corporate experience, B, my more than 2 decades of association with MSM entrepreneurs in appointing them and driving business to them, and C, my more than a year of research on the MSM entrepreneurs' growth challenges and aspirations. So questions to answers are this. This is of paramount importance because unless and until you have answered these questions, you cannot go to your drawing board and develop that plan along with your team. So there are 7 questions to answer. First of all, you want to answer on the strategy and goals. What it is you need to identify your wildly important business goals. Maximum 2 to 3 business goals, which actually makes a lot of difference to your business. Second is current strategy analysis. What is your current strategy? You need to analyze that. You have to answer different questions, which maybe your stakeholder might be asking, you yourself might be asking. Second is profit. What's the benchmark profit in your industry? What's your position with respect to benchmark? This is very, very important. Are you below par, at par, or above par in your profitability? Because profitability is one of the key component of your revenue growth. Next question you answer, basically you need to define certain things. First, you need to define your sales process. This is of paramount importance. Second is definition of sales funnel. How do you define your sales funnel starting from lead to closure? And what success looks like? If you don't have what success looks like, then you really don't have a goal. For example, someone can say, my business is successful if I feel that I have 10% market share. Currently, maybe I am at 5%. That should be your success. Some entrepreneurs may think, I am stagnant for last 5 years, having not even double-digit growth. So I want to have, say, 15% growth year over year for next 13 years. So you have to define your success. That will lead to your strategy. Next is metrics. You need to define the key performance indicators in these areas. Sales process effectiveness at each stage, how sales results you will be measuring, what would be the ROI definition on each investment you do in sales, why in sales, even in marketing, what are the ROI definition? It's basically next one is basically in marketing, in sales and marketing. Next is optimization. Are you really leveraging the resource utilization? Because efficiency in resource utilization will contribute to revenue growth. Second is how to improve conversion ratios at each stage. Suppose if you have a 20% win rate now, even a 5% increment will impact your revenue. So how do you get to that 5% increment on the conversion rate? That is the win rate, right? And that conversion rate can be at different stages of your sales stage, right? Next comes the question cost optimization. Is the scope of cost reduction with better effective strategy? Is there any scope, right? Because the moment you reduce cost, it adds to your profitability, it adds to your revenue. And next is management approach. This is of very, very critical importance because here are 3 areas. One is, are you using any management systems? Because systems work, people fail. And that's the reason all multinational companies or even the large corporations are working. People are there, they're coming and going, but systems are working. So do you have a systems in place, especially management systems in place? How much time you are spending in sales management by managers and leaders? how much time leaders and managers spend in coaching sales team, because unless and until you coach your team, clear the path for them to succeed, then it will be actually a hindrance to your revenue growth. So these are the questions you need to answer beforehand before you really start journey for your revenue growth strategy. Now, there are 4 stages of business. What are those? There is a startup stage, there is a inconsistent growth stage, then there is growth stage, and there are expansion stage. Let's basically spend some time on this, and I'll share one PPT deck to just get to know about what are the 4 different stages of an MSME business, right? So these are the 4 stages of your business. So first is startup stage. It is basically the organization which are less than 2 years in operation. They're still validating their business model and trying to acquire new customers. They're in the process of building product and or service offerings. So those are basically in the startup stage. Inconsistent growth stage are those companies who are having minimal and or inconsistent revenue. Okay, so their focus currently now is how they can gain market traction, right? How they can establish customer base, how they can get funding for growth. So these are basically the companies who are in that inconsistent growth stage. Third is growth stage. Now, these companies are having validated business model, they have solid customer base, and there is also accelerated growth happening, but their focus is on scaling operation and expanding market reach. Why? Without that, you cannot sustain. It can again go back to your inconsistent growth stage. So to have a sustainable growth, you need to scale, you need to expand market reach, and more importantly, process optimization for sustainability. This is the third stage of growth. And the fourth one is expansion stage. These organizations are established player and achieving significant revenue growth. They have scaled the operations also. They have a diversified customer base, right? But again, they have focus. Otherwise, they again will fall back to then below one stage below growth stage and like that. So everybody wants to have the sustainable, consistent growth. So their focus is further expanding market presence, entering new market or new segments, right? And they're in the lookout for strategic partnership, complementing maybe their products or services. And they also might be thinking of some acquisition for process optimization on sustainability. And there are many stories for companies who are in that stage and they're focusing on those aspects. Yes. So, if you are ready to embark on a transformative journey toward unstoppable business growth, subscribe to the MSME Growth Hub channel and join our community of driven, like-minded entrepreneurs and